Coming up. Yeah. Come up now. Can't stop me. You coming up.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey.
Can you please tell me you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you. I can hear you. I can see you.
I am so annoyed right now. So annoyed. I hate it. Hey, Mark, you know,
Hey, well, look, your annoyed is still beautiful. Holy cow. You look great.
oh my God, thank you. I feel good. I'm tired.
I
This has been, these past couple of days have been filled with so much stuff here in North Carolina to get my son ready for school. Oh my God. I'm like, this is a lot. This is a lot, but it's fun. And today is his birthday. So I got to spend his 18th birthday with him. So I'm so excited.
How
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm ready to go back. I'm done. We did everything we needed to do today. It's over. Now all I have to do is prepare to bring him back permanently in 30 days for him to move into the dorm, and then that's it. So yeah,
Yay, how exciting. How exciting.
I know. I'm so proud of him. So how have you been? How's your day? We missed last week. It feels like we missed a month. Like
I
what is
know.
going on?
Was definitely awkward. But you
Yeah.
know what's crazy? I actually ended up having a birth. So
Oh, so you were busy. You were
Oh, yes.
busy.
So it ended up actually being a pretty good call,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
between the holiday and that. So that was good. And
Right.
I've got some family in town, actually from North Carolina. So,
Oh,
that's
nice.
always fun. And so we've been, tag teaming, getting some business and stuff done. And,
Mhm.
it's been something refreshing, So yes, I cannot complain.
That's good. Well, this has been a very busy time for the both of us with multiple things going on. So, yeah, it's been a lot. Like I did that live yesterday and I was talking about what happened on the plane from San Antonio to Atlanta, like on my way here. And I'm like, oh my God, what is really going on? It's a lot. So, I don't know. I'm like, what's gonna happen on the plane ride tomorrow? I'm in expectation. Like, who am I gonna sit by tomorrow? Like, who is it? Who is it? What do you got? What you got? So,
I know.
yeah.
This is so exciting. I'm like I like just watching and being a spectator in this whole thing.
Oh, I do have one question for you.
Yes.
Hey Jackie,
Hey,
uh,
Jacqueline.
have you used what is it, Lozano?
Okay, so you want to know something hilarious?
Lozano? What?
I actually made empanadas tonight just so that I could use that. So when we get off
Oh
here,
my God. Oh my
one
God.
bottle and was like, "Yep." So
I am so happy that I was able to get that for you and send it to you.
yep,
Like
yep, yes.
everybody started getting all of their stuff at the same time. So I did this mass shipping of stuff. So I sent things to Georgia and to Florida and to California, New York, and you in Delaware. I was like, oh, look at me. Yay. So everybody has their stuff. So I'm excited about that.
International friends. Yes, yes, yes. And I love the nice little message that was on the package as well. So yeah, I
That
was like,
is that's their
oh,
signature saying that means enjoy life
enjoy
or
life.
happy, yeah. So
Yeah.
you saw it everywhere. So I'm like, I'm gonna put this on all. So
I
everybody
know,
probably
I
has that
know.
on
I was like, oh yes.
there.
This
You're
is
the
so
only
big.
one that said anything about it. Nobody else has asked me, well, what does this mean? What does that say? Nobody else has asked. You're the only one that said something about it. So for the rest of y'all that I sent stuff to and you didn't even notice my little saying on the front, I'm a little sad. I am a little sad. I'm
That's right.
a little sad.
That just happens to be like my number one spot right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. So yes, today super excited about
Yeah.
our guest. I mean, when I say like we really do have a list of like powerhouse women,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and the
Oh,
fact
yeah.
that they do a lot of different things, man, like this is just super, super exciting. So look, I don't even want to belabor it anymore. We can be able to just get into, a lot of the things that she does because she's got her hands in a
Right.
lot of different things.
Okay.
And we can go from there. You know,
All right, I'm
I
excited.
typically I meet people through networking, you know, whether it's a vending event or someone who knows a person who knows a person. And so I always get excited when, you know,
Right.
they're great business people.
Perfect. Well, we are excited to have everyone to join us today. Please tag and share, because we want to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to witness what we're going to witness tonight and hear what our guest, because she tried to get on before and was having difficulty, right?
Yes, yes. That was when you were on your way somewhere.
Somewhere.
Were you?
Well,
That might have been to Costa Rica. Was it to Costa Rica?
that is the key, like somewhere. So yeah. So give us our guest name. You little you
Sophia Batten.
all right, all
Yes,
right.
yes, yes. She owns a soft play like playland company for toddlers. Yeah, so she has her hand in like early childhood. She is also a papa sister, so she sells paparazzi as well.
Okay, so
Exactly. We can't go wrong with the paparazzi. So, and I was like, and a host of other things. So she's like I said, a list of things. So, she is absolutely amazing. Like I said, I believe that we met when it came to the Playhouse thing. And so, you know, I'm always looking to do collaborations, put together, you know, certain things. So, you know, on the to-do list is a mom group where we could be able to have her, you know, set up and
okay,
you know, be able to have the moms have a, you know, a safe arm's distance, you know, place for the babies to be able to play while they, you know, mingle and, you know, get some adult interaction. So
very nice,
yes,
very
yes,
nice.
yes.
So we want to bring our guest on so we can start the conversation. Hi,
Hello.
how are
Yay.
you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
We are doing very well. Oh, your sister's on. She's like,
Good God. Hey.
oh, family support. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Well, we don't want you to be nervous at all. This is like you're sitting on the couch, just like Morgan said. This is like you're sitting on the couch with us, and we're just having a girls' conversation. The only difference is we're live. So, it wouldn't be any different if I didn't have my phone up with we were sitting on the couch and just recording us having a conversation. So that's it. So it's really laid back, really cool. Everyone's nervous. Morgan can tell you everybody's nervous when they come on. And then afterwards, they're like, oh my God, it wasn't bad at all. We tried to tell you it's fun. It's going to be fun. So we want to get into this conversation because I want to hear about all of the stuff that you're doing because you have a lot going on, right? So why don't you start us off with just a little background on you and who you are? Can she hear me? Can you hear me?
I don't think so. Is she frozen?
Is she frozen or am I frozen? Am I frozen?
No, you're not frozen.
Oh, I'm not frozen? Okay. She is frozen
Let
because
it
she has a smile.
go. Let it
She's
go.
frozen. She's
Exactly.
smiling.
At least it's a pleasant face. I tend to have the ones that
Right.
be like
Okay. So we'll just keep talking until she comes back in and we'll handle that. So while we are waiting for her to come back in, we'll just kind of talk about what's to come. So there will be a QR code at some point in time on your screen. It could be there and I can't see it for you to subscribe to House of Peach so you can keep up with there it is, all of the events that we have coming up, different things that's going on. Make sure you subscribe. If you know any female entrepreneurs, those that would love to be guests on our show, we're still taking guests. Even though we're almost booked to the end of the year, we'll still take you for on up into next year. Like we want to be ahead of the game and we want people to hear what you are doing or what these female entrepreneurs are doing. Hello, Facebook user. Is that oh, who is that? I always forget their name. It'll come to me in a minute. It'll come to me in a minute. I
"Oh,
promise you.
Mary."
But we want you to keep up with everything that's going on. We have some phenomenal things that we're going to be doing and planning out for you. And also make sure you tag and share. Hey, Corey, tag and share. We want everyone to be involved. And the last Tuesday in this month is He Said, She Said. And get this, I have my cousin who wanted to be on the last time, and I didn't think he would want to be. He was like, "Well, I could have gotten on there and talked about that." And I said, "Really?" So for the last Tuesday in this month, he wants to be on. So we will have a string of people on for our
Well,
He
I
Said,
hope
She
they are
Said.
ready because this is gonna be extra spicy. I've been tagging you in content like, yo, let's
Yes,
get
you
into
have.
it.
Yes, you have. And I'm like, oh, but we did say there's no topic off limits. Now, we did say
Oh,
that, which means we just talk about it all. And I'm like, oh God, what have we got ourselves into? You might see me sitting over the corner quiet like the little church mouse. Like, I'm not going to say anything.
oh no! If you don't allow me to just sit, then there's no
I
way.
know.
No,
I
no,
know.
no way.
I know you'll end up calling me out. I know. But
I
we're
will.
excited. We're excited about the He Said, She Said because we talk about everything related to relationships from the men and the women's perspective because we want to know. We want to talk about it. We want to understand. We want to get it so we know how to interact with each other in relationships, whether it is romantic relationships or business or friendship. We still need to know. So we don't want to make any assumptions on that. So I'm excited.
Look, we should have a segment all with this Kiki Palmer situation. It makes me
Oh,
so upset right now. I'm like, there's so many things that I could like say. I'm like, I didn't hear you say this about this person or this person or this person or this person. So now why are we coming for Kiki?
there's always such a double standard with things. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Oh, she's having difficulty again. Keep trying to come back in. Keep trying. We'll just keep talking until you get
Yeah.
back in. And if not, Morgan and I know how to take it. And you know what? It must be destined for her to be on here. She has something powerful to say because this will be the second time that she's had trouble.
Yes,
Clearly,
absolutely. Absolutely.
clearly she needs to be on here. So we will not stop trying until we successfully have
Even
her.
if that means I had to FaceTime her and go like this and put her up on the screen. Like if
Whatever we got to do to make it work, we'll make it work. So
exactly,
but
exactly.
yeah, we're excited. So if you do know any female entrepreneurs, we definitely want them on. We want them on. We want to hear what they're doing. One thing that I found from us starting in January up until now, we've made a lot of connections for people. So those people that have our viewers, our audience, have been able to connect with these entrepreneurs that come onto the show for business, whatever they need related to business. So this has been it's doing exactly what we want it to do, but
Yeah.
we want our reach to expand. You know, there's that prayer of Jabez where it says, you know, enlarge my territories. We want the house of Peach to be enlarged, not just in the general smaller area, wherever we want it to expand because I want to one day have people coming on here who are in other countries who say hello from Africa, hello from Australia, hello from Europe, you know, whatever. That's what I want because what we have going on here, I believe, is really important and it's very helpful.
Ooh,
So,
don't tempt me with a good time. I'll get my girlfriend that's a photographer in Argentina.
ooh,
That would be fun.
that would be fun. Come on, you holding out on
I
me.
am. I'm holding out on the good stuff. Look, I met her in Costa Rica too.
Oh my God, you're holding out on me, and I'm a little upset about that. Okay, because I
It's
have people
fine.
that I regularly contact in another country. I'm gonna need you to hook that up. We need to do that
Yeah,
sooner
yeah.
than later.
Okay, yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
Yeah.
Look, you over there in those international waters. I know you holding out over there too. These are new folks. Come on,
No,
April.
no, not
We need to
not
be done
yet.
till April of next year. Okay.
Not yet. We shall see. They're forming. They're forming. They
Yeah,
are forming.
I know.
Um, and
Yay!
yay, you back in.
I guess.
Can you
Can you
hear?
hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Good. Good. Good.
So you ready?
Sure.
All right, so let's just start over. So let's start over. How about you just give us some background on you, who you are, all of that, and then we'll get into the specific details.
Okay. Well, hello everyone. My name is Dorcia Batten. I grew up here in Delaware, in Hocassin, Delaware. Um, right now, I am the ripe age of 51. Just turned 51 in May. I started doing different businesses. The first one was a wine painting. Well, glass painting business. So I've had my hands in a few different businesses going forward the last few years. I work in early childhood education, so that was my major in college. So I am a pre-K teacher and a paraprofessional also right now. Held many positions in the educational system, but right now I'm working in the Colonial School District, so I enjoy that. I have two children of my own. They are grown, 24 and 26, Jasmine and Jordan. And I have a 4-year-old grandson. His name is Price.
Oh, so sweet. Well, you look amazing.
Thank
So
you.
we're happy to have you on here. So tell me about this glass painting. What
Well,
was that about? Tell me about that.
so that's where it all started. I'm very crafty. I like to think so anyway. I love arts and crafts. I love getting messy. So a few years back, I just was playing around with some paints and I was like, oh, this will be something to try something different. So I bought some wine glasses and I started painting on them. And I was like, oh, okay. That's different. That works. And I did a few vending events with that. So the name of that business was JJ Twins Creations. I named it after my children because they're not twins, but they both start with the letter J because it's Jasmine and Jordan. So I was like, yeah, that would be cute. And I did that. And I would, people would book parties and have them in the privacy of their own home or like out at a venue or something like that. It was really neat. It was really neat.
And so are you still kind of doing that on the side or have you not really done anything with that?
So I haven't done much with that lately, but I actually was just thinking about starting back up and I want to do something geared toward children. So I did do some children's parties. I did some children's crafts and things like that in the past as
Love
well.
that.
So
Yeah,
that
kids
was
love that. They love getting messy and
yes.
doing things and then for them to see what they've created at the end. I know my daughter, she's 8. All my kids, when they were little and they would create things at school, they would be so happy to bring it home. And mommy, look. So that would really be something for them to get into. Get them away from the electronic devices and let them use their hands for something else than playing video games. So yeah, I think that would be good. It sounds like a plan.
So you were saying that you work in early childhood education and with the preschool. So do you get to really use that craftiness with your students as well?
I think it's her signal because does it look like it's lagging?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's her signal.
So hopefully it does like that Speedy Gonzalez. I'm like, doo-doo-doo-doo.
Isn't that the funniest thing when
That
it's
was
going slow and then all of a sudden the person's like, and they catch up? It's funny.
It
So,
does.
are you back? I don't know. I don't think so. So while she gets that,
Mhm.
we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep talking about this glass making and this glass painting. Have you ever done anything like that?
No, definitely not. But it has my wheels churning because I had seen some like really cool arts and crafts for like kids
Mhm.
recently
Mhm.
using glue. and paint. So that got me thinking. I was like, I wonder if that's something that you could do on glass, because like I'd never really thought of that. Just kind of like how we had
Right.
our one of our guests, Velvet, that was painting on wood with sand. You know what I mean? Sometimes doing completely different mediums than just your normal canvas is
Right.
makes for some interesting, fun. Plus, for me, I like to host and entertain, so I like, yeah, that might be a
So
nice.
what you're saying is when we have our hop event in September, like you want to be all over and ready to go. Perfect.
Yeah, sure.
I can't wait. I'm ready for that. I'm going to
Me
be
too.
traveling quite a bit that month. Oh my God. Oh, it's
I
just
know.
never ending. It's never ending. Dorcia, you back with us? She seems to be working. She has her glasses on. She's like, I got to fix this. I got to figure this out.
Yes.
Are you back with us? Can you hear us? I don't think she can hear us. You know, one thing that I want to get into that I've never done before
What?
is pottery. So actually go to a pottery place and make something. Like my kids used to do that all the time, and I never did that. I want to do that. And I always think about what is that movie that Patrick Swayze was in with Demi Moore when they were doing that pottery? That might have been a little graphic.
Is that Dirty Dancing? That's not
That
Dirty Dancing. That's not Dirty Dancing.
was that Ghost?
Maybe. I
Was
know
that
what
the
you're.
name of
I
the
know
movie?
exactly what we're talking. Or wait, was that
Yeah.
I know exactly.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
Ghost.
she did good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There you
Yeah, I always think about that.
go.
And I don't like to get my hands dirty, so I don't even know how I would respond to something like that if I would really be able to get into it because I'm gonna always want to keep my hands clean. Like, oh my God, I need to clean my hands. Dorcia, are you back with us? Can you hear us?
Yes. I
Okay,
don't know. I don't
good.
know what's wrong with this connection. It's horrible.
It's
Oh, that's
it's
okay.
okay. Look, as long
That's
as we got your back, we're good. Like we said, we know that there's something obviously you have to share.
Yes, so we're not gonna talk. We just gonna let you talk and do what you need to do. So Morgan was asking you about your early childhood education experience, and so being able to utilize your arts and crafts with that. So tell us about your time with that.
So in my past experiences throughout my career, yes, I've always been able to use my art and arts and crafts with the kids and do different projects. And in my current position, yes, I love arts and crafts with the kids. So I bring a little twist to their regular projects, and I love getting messy. So they're like, yeah, my coworkers are like, yeah, that's all you, whatever. We don't like getting messy. I like getting messy. So, sometimes I wear gloves because I don't, I like getting messy, but then I have nails. So it's like the paint or glue or whatever gets underneath. So I'm like, but I just go
So
from
I'm
there.
sure that with the way that you love doing that, it really impacts the kids and gets them excited about participating. So then it keeps their attention. You know, my
Yes.
mother owns a daycare center in Georgia, and she would love to have you. I just want you to know she would love to have you. She would have you relocate. Like, can you relocate down here? But that is important because the children's attention span is so short. So
Yeah.
you keeping them engaged and working and doing things, and then they see what they create afterwards. That has to be really rewarding for you to see that.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So what else do you have your hands in, Dorcia? I want to know all other things you're doing as well.
Okay, so I started out with the wine glass painting and the crafts and things like that, and then I um, just recently, like in the past 2 years, actually during COVID, I started my business called Palace Playland Soft Play, which is equipment geared toward children under age 5. There's little mini moon bounce, there's mats and gates and tunnels and blocks and different things like that, a ball pit and balls, all the fun things that children would love to, explore and enjoy. So I started doing that, like I said, during COVID. My idea came from my grandson, was, we have children small children at parties and barbecues, and we put them on our lap, and the children's parties turn into adult parties, and because there's nothing for the kids to do. So I was like, okay, I got this idea and I'm going to go for it. So I started investing, and I had someone help me with, they invested in me as well, whatever. So I had like a private person, like a friend of mine that invested in me, helped me get equipment. She was just like, yeah, it's all you. And she just, gave me the money. And I just went from there, and I just made a list, and I was researching online. I was like, there was, at the time that I started, there was no one else in Delaware doing it that I saw. So I just took it and ran with it, and people were loving it because we were not outside during COVID.
Right.
We were not mingling. We were just doing inside family things. So it was a really good time. And I launched, I did my first party for my grandson, and he was turning 2. And the kids and him enjoyed themselves.
Wow.
And after that, it was just smooth sailing. Now, all I can say for right now, for this summer right now, is nothing compared to last summer. Last summer, I was booked every weekend. This summer, not so much, but I will speak it into existence because there's still some time.
Right. Absolutely. So with you thinking of this plan for this business, was it difficult for your supporter to decide to help, or was she just like on board from the beginning, like she saw the vision, like, oh, I'm going to help you do whatever?
Oh, she was on board immediately. As soon as she owns a child care center as well.
Okay.
So she's actually a family friend, and I used to work for her a few years back. And then I stepped away from doing that, but we're still friends and family. So I was visiting the center, and I think we were talking, and I don't know what the whole topic was, but I had mentioned, starting a business and this, that, and the third. And she's like, oh, what is it? And I told her the details and blah, blah, blah. And then we had another conversation about it. And she said she wanted to, help me out and invest. And that's what she did. So
that makes a difference when you have people who see the vision and they support you. And then it lightens your load a little bit, because you want to be able to focus on what you're doing and your vision, and really putting it forth into, where it's tangible, where you can see it, and then to not have to worry about other things on the back end because you have people to do that. I would like for more people to support each other in that way. You see someone doing something that's going to benefit many people, and then you're not hesitant to support. You're not hesitant to join. You're not hesitant to sow into and invest into, because it's going to end up coming back to help you in the end. Like, I believe in the, law of reaping and sowing. Like, I'm going to sow into you and help you, and something good's going to come for me. So that's good that she has helped you in that instance for you to do that. So that's good.
You gotta have good friends.
Yeah.
Good support system.
Right. Absolutely. So what else are you doing? Is that it?
Oh, no, not at all. So
run that list.
Yeah.
So we all know paparazzi. You got that $5 jewelry. So
okay. I got the paparazzi right here.
Okay. So a few years ago, I started doing it or whatever, and then I stopped because this thing, life was lifing, doing different things. So I stopped, but I rejoined just this year. I think I signed back up in January, but I actually just started reselling. Like, I just relaunched just like 2 weeks ago. Just trying to get everything together and just making sure that my focus is there so that I can move forward with, getting the business out there and
Right.
sharing all this wonderful $5 jewelry with all these great women out here. And I really love the jewelry myself. A lot of the pieces I've already, the pieces that came in my starter box, I pretty much wore half of them already. I'm like,
That's how they got me too.
I love jewelry. So
Yeah, that's my thing too. You got me with jewelry. If you want to get anything, jewelry and chocolate. Those are the two things you got me. Jewelry and chocolate. I'm done. You got me.
so and then there's more.
Okay. We want to hear it all.
Okay, so I do well, I haven't done much with it lately, but I did start a t-shirt line, or t-shirt store, I guess you could say, a clothing store. It's called For the Love of These Tees. I do have a Facebook page for that as well. For all of the businesses, there's a Facebook page. But For the Love of These Tees, I started that. I don't know. I have my son bought this heat press machine like a couple years ago, and he wanted to do t-shirts, but then it just sat there and it was collecting dust, and he didn't do anything with it. And I said, you know what? I I'll do it. I'll use it. And I researched online how to get the transfers and different things like that. And I'm still working on it. It's still a work in progress, but it's definitely up and moving. Actually, I just had a discussion with him about the t-shirts and what if he would still like to move forward with getting his t-shirt line up and moving, because we're going to work on that as well. So we're trying to find a way to, get that out to the people and make designs that appeal to, different audiences.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that should be good. People are always looking for t-shirt companies where they can, get what they need, the good quality, but not like pay a whole lot of money.
Right.
And then it's people that they know. It's someone that I would prefer to purchase from someone that I know, as opposed to sending it to some major company, and then, well, it's kind of, we're guessing what's going to happen, and if anything's going to glitch. No, I want to support my own. I want to support you. So hey, you never know, I might have to send you an order for some t-shirts. I don't know. I have a few sayings that I want on the shirt.
Okay.
T-shirt that I need people to see. I don't want to say it. I want you to read it on this t-shirt.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. And then what else?
And there's more. She has more that she does.
Well, I used to do Mary Kay. I don't do it anymore. So, but just the businesses that I named, that's what I have my hands in. But my main squeeze is the soft play is my main thing. That's what I was trying to focus on the most. And that's what I have focused on the most in the past 2 years, because it's out there. It's a niche. It's something that parents are looking for. There's always a baby out there that's going to turn 1 or 2 or whatever the case may be. Like,
Right. Absolutely. So how difficult has it been for you to juggle all this stuff?
whoo, very.
How do you do it?
That's why I had to just cut it down and try to focus. Like, once I master the Palace Playland, then I can move on, and not move on, but still I can change focus and like start to master another business and how to get that out to people and how to market that properly.
Right. So are you still working in the school system at the same time as you running your businesses as well?
Mm-hmm. I just started summer school, teaching summer school. It just started yesterday.
Oh, wow. Busy lady.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you find the time? Because I know some people, they grapple with the balance between
Mm.
their 9 to 5 or whatever, their clock in job, and then also the business that they're trying to create, let alone also, just life, like you said, lifing. So how do you balance the job versus your business?
So it took time to come to a nice balance, but I have made myself a schedule. So on maybe on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm hear me?
Oh, your signal. And there she goes again. Now,
Can you guys?
your signal is bad. It's
Yeah,
all
yeah. I
messed
was like,
up.
run it back for us.
Right, yeah. Repeat, repeat.
Be
And
like,
now she's frozen.
rewind.
Are you there? And gone. One thing that she did say that has been a common theme among the female entrepreneurs that we've had is making a schedule. And I want to point that out because for those of us that have multiple things going on, we got to have the schedule. There you are. Can you
Great.
hear us? It's still going in and out. Like, are you there?
Ooh-wee. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. All right. You were talking about the schedule.
Yes. So on like for example, I'll do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll focus on a certain portion of my business, maybe the social media and the marketing, or making phone calls, checking emails, different things like that. Um, and then the other 2 days, I'm doing the other business. So 3 days of the week is Palace Playland, and the other 2 days is paparazzi, because those are the two that I'm going to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
I love
So
that.
you give the most attention to the one that's the largest or the most prosperous
Yeah.
or the one that you're the busiest in. So you give
Yes.
that more time.
Yes.
Makes sense. That makes perfect.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Develop that so then, like you were saying, so to a point where it kind of runs on its own. And then
Yes.
that allows you to then divert your attention kind of to something else because you know that that's
Yes.
working
Right.
well.
Right. I was talking with Stacy the other day. I had a consultation with her about my business, and she was telling me pretty much the same thing about posting frequently on social media, just to keep yourself out there. So that's something that I have to incorporate because I just do things sporadically. I mean, I do those inspirational things daily, but the other stuff with the business. So if that's making me think, here, let me spend Tuesday, Thursday focusing on
Mhm.
posting, and then the other days really making phone calls, checking emails, sending emails, things like that. What else can I do to make the website better? All of that stuff. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I found that scheduling in general was just kind of necessary. The more I tried to hold things in my head or to think that I could
Mhm.
remember things, actually, the more I failed. So,
Yeah.
and that that feeling of hating failure was enough to me to actually write it write it down. And I
yeah.
feel now more confident in what I'm doing because I do have some kind of reference to fall back on, especially when, like you said, you're juggling a lot of different things and just life likes to throw curveballs at you.
Mhm.
You
Absolutely.
never, I was like, you never know.
So, what major things have you had to deal with that have maybe affected your businesses and what you're trying to do? Because we go through things in life as women. When things come up, we face things. How have you overcome some of the obstacles? Now, you clearly don't have younger kids in the home. Your children are adults, but there, I'm sure that there's something that has come up that kind of made you want to second guess what you wanted to do because things may have not gone the way you may want it. anything like that happen and how you overcame that to keep pushing forward?
Yeah, like personal relationship with the guy that I was with that just threw a loophole for some things because he wasn't supportive and different things like that. So, some made me second guess, like, am I doing the right thing? Yes, I am doing the right thing. I just push forward. I I have a whole daily routine for myself where I'm praying and meditating, getting myself through by watching podcasts and motivational videos and different things like that. So those are the things that got me through different obstacles that I came across as far as relationship wise that kind of threw a loop in my
Right.
train of thought.
Right. Yeah. And then the good thing is that once you realize that there is the weak area, and it's like, okay, I need to eliminate this because this is not helping me move forward to what I'm trying to do. So something's got to give. It's either you or this. And it's got to be you because you need
Can
people
you
that
hear
are
me?
going to be
Oh.
supportive. No, you were going, we hear you now. Can you hear us? I think your signal's going out again. I think your signal was out. But back to being supportive, you did need supportive people in your life to help you with what's going on. So y'all, we clearly are having some major technical difficulties this evening, and I am not with it. Like, what is going on? But that's okay. That is fine. Things are not going to always go as we plan, but we have to be able to continue on in spite of. But now, Morgan, I want to ask you a question to get back to this scheduling thing. Do you use a physical calendar?
I was doing a physical calendar. We have a physical calendar in our home so
Mhm.
that we write everything down between like my husband's schedule and like my schedule. But we just recently started talking about, because I use Google Calendar, which my
Mm.
manager and my other two partners use, so we all have access to one calendar. We each have like a color, everything is
Right.
color coded for certain things, and so then that's kind of just always there. And then whatever is booked, we have all that information down there, so even if like I can't go to do something, everyone else is aware of. So we just talked about, cross-linking calendars that way. That kind of works for me a little bit better, only because my phone typically is with me all the time. Whereas, something on the wall at home or on the refrigerator is a little less accessible for me at the time.
Yeah.
That's why, like, yeah, we were talking about crossing calendars for that. So then
Right.
now when I go to do certain things, I can consider what he's got going on, as well, especially if I need him for,
Right. Right.
for a gig. So
Dorcia, are you back with us?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk a little bit more about the recognition um, that who you were with was not supportive. Did it cause you to stop for a moment, or did you realize, no, I'm not going to stop, I'm going to keep going, and then we're just going to stop on this end? Because some people might find it difficult to break away from that other person, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, whatever, to pursue their dream and what they want to do. Did it set you back or stop you for a moment before you kept going?
No, I never stopped. And that made him angry that he couldn't interfere um, with what I was doing. I refused to set my dream to the side for your foolishness.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept it moving.
Yeah.
If you're not going to support me and what I'm doing, and you have a whole problem with that, then you're not for me. You're not for me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I wish a lot a lot of other people would realize that, both male and female, because some we tend to allow that other person, what whoever they may be, to influence us so and confuse us so that we stop, and then we stop the very blessing that has been brought to us. Like, you didn't just think of this business on your own. I believe in divine intervention. Like, it had to have been dropped into your mind. Like, I couldn't think of anything like that clearly. So you needed to have that. And then, of course, outside forces want to come along and stop you from that and make you second guess. Like, well, maybe I shouldn't be. Well, I had that happen from family. So I
Yep.
get it. And I'm glad that you push through that and recognize, no, I'm not going to stop doing this. I'm going to keep going. If you're not going to be supportive, then you go that way, and
Yep.
I'm going this way, and that's going to be that. Wow. Well, what wisdom can you give to any entrepreneur, no matter who they are, getting started or wanting to do something? What did you, if there was anything that you could have done differently? Do you have anything that you could have done that, now that you think back on it?
Um, hmm. Anything I could have done differently was get some more, trying to get more supporters, I guess.
Mm,
Or if not, um, everything is not meant to be shared sometimes.
mm,
You have to work on it and see if that's something that you really want to do.
yeah,
Because everybody don't share your dream and
yeah,
your goals and the things that what you have for you is for you.
yeah.
So I've learned that along the way
Mhm.
is sharing. Everybody's not going to root for you. Everybody's not going to be happy for you. So you
Right,
have to surround yourself with people that are going to be happy for you and be supportive. Because
right.
I did have my share of people that were like, "Oh, you're not going to succeed in that. Nobody's going to book that. Blah 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 blah." Please, 2 years
Wow.
and we 2 years and running, and this is my only slow to warm season.
Mm,
I've been rolling for 2 years doing this.
wow. And so what do they say now, now that they see what they originally said was not true and you in fact have been successful?
Oh, they come back. Oh, you seem to be doing well. Blah blah blah. Yes, I'm doing quite fine. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Well,
Moving.
hey, when
The
they
haters
share,
love to watch. They love to watch. And you know
Yes,
what? You look like someone who loves to give them a show.
absolutely. Absolutely. If my sister was still on here, she would definitely comment on that one. Cause yeah, I,
yeah.
I've definitely have broadened my appearance on social media,
Mm,
um, and just my postings in general. And I've become in the past few years, I've definitely become more vocal. Um, I think I've become more of a bigger communicator than was before. I have a lot to say. And
yeah,
it doesn't matter if people listen or not.
right.
Somebody will. Somebody's going to take something and walk away with what something I have to say.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Oh, your sister, she said,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
still
still
here.
here.
She's still there. She's still watching. Oh,
and
you know,
she's been my
I
number
I
one.
find people who come at you with the, you're not going to be successful, I don't see it, this, that, and then they want to try to get in after the fact. Like,
Mhm.
after they see you successful, then they want to, I always knew that you were going to make it. Like, no, you didn't, because you actually told me that I wasn't going to be
Yep.
successful. So the fact that you give them a show, like, okay, I can show you better than I can tell you. Let me
Absolutely.
just keep my nose to the ground and keep grinding and keep working. You just watch. You just watch. I think for me, knowing that there are people who really close to you that really don't want you to succeed, that's what breaks my heart. They
Mhm.
secretly or openly don't want you to succeed, but you don't let that sway you. Like, okay, you do you, and that's what I'm not going to let that get in here and get in here and mess with me so I don't push forward. And the fact that you've been blessed these 2 years and still running, you didn't say you were in a cold season, you said warm. You were warm, which means you're still moving, you're still
Mhm.
going. The word is out, you're posting your social media presence, you're doing everything that you need to do. Now,
Exactly.
we were talking about the supporters, wishing that you had more supporters. How can an entrepreneur who needs those supporters, whether it be they need them to do, I don't know, secretarial stuff or financial, how would you encourage them to market themselves for supporters if it's on that level where they would need that? I don't know how you would go about that, but you tell us what you would have done. Is she frozen again?
Oh no.
I think so. Go to another area of your house.
Exactly. Go to the next room. Exactly. There's a message in every room.
Absolutely, because she dropped it. Darlena, we are so happy that you are her number one supporter. It's always good. I wish that I had you got blood sister. I've never had a sister. Now I have sisters now, but not blood that I grew up with.
Yeah, I don't either. The closest thing is my aunt, the one that's here right now, from North
Mhm.
Carolina, and she's I want to say about 12 years younger than me, about.
Okay.
But yeah, that's like the closest.
Wait, she's 12 years younger than you? Oh, wow. That is so funny to me, having aunts and uncles younger than you. It's like, oh.
Yes, exactly. And people are always like, "Oh, is that your sister?" Sometimes they think, yeah, like I always get the older sister, and then the two of us look at each other and we crack up laughing, and
Crack
we're like,
up
"You ready to
laughing.
tell them?" Like,
Oh my goodness. Well, what about when you were starting your businesses? What about the support that you got? Did you get good support or no or
um, it was a mixed bag, to be
Mhm.
completely honest. I had a lot of people still like, you need to do a 9 to 5. I don't know how that's going to work for you. Um, you know, I even got the number one that you get, especially when starting paparazzi, is like no one ever makes a ton of money selling $5 jewelry. I happen to be in the downline of the first millionaire. So
Wow.
yes, and like, and everybody else in the lines like six figures. When I say like, so they work it, they know how to work the business, they know. So it's crazy how I don't think it really matters what business you start. If you have the entrepreneurial spirit,
Yeah.
eventually you'll find exactly what your purpose is. You'll find what your niche is. You'll find what you do well, and then you run
Mhm.
with it. And, as Darcia was saying, like, you find what your baby is, you put the majority of that time into it while you're doing other things, because in order to be wealthy, you have to have multiple streams, even if
Yeah.
it means that you have to keep a 9 to 5. I have a really good girlfriend who was like, I love my corporate job, but that doesn't mean that I don't plan on having a few other businesses on the side. And so while she does her corporate job, when she clocks out of that, she starts working on exactly what she's doing for, her business on the side, which is going to be extremely lucrative. Like, I can't wait to get her on. Like, I just like, I'm itching and just waiting, because
Mhm.
that's, it brings out things in you that you don't even know is there
Yeah.
sometimes. You know what I mean? It shows you some things about, yourself as well. And what
Mhm.
I learned is that I don't have to prove anything to these people who are saying, no, you're not going to make it. This isn't going to work. That's not a lucrative business. Do you even know what you're doing? You seem like you're all over
Right.
the place. All of those kind of things. Like, I've heard it all, but I've gotten to a place now where I'm not doing this to prove them wrong. I'm
Mhm.
doing this because I know what this my purpose is. And as I continue to walk in my purpose, my walk, the blessings, how things are just unfolding, I know they're watching.
Oh
And
yeah.
so this is like a bigger rub in the face than just I told you so. You know what I mean? And
Right.
the weight is not on me in the sense of, oh no, what happens if I don't fail? Like, there, what if I don't try? Then
Right.
that's how I fail. If I
Exactly.
stay stagnant, that's how I fail. If
Yeah.
I worry about what they're saying, that's how I fail. Because at the end of the day, all of that is a distraction.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
A
I
total
I
distraction.
like what you said about well what Dorcia said about not sharing your dream with everybody
Yeah.
because everybody's not going to see it, and then you start telling people what you are thinking about doing, and then they're going to try to throw obstacles in the way to keep you from doing that. And that's where, sometimes we just need to be quiet. Like, don't talk about what you're going to, just pop out with it.
Yeah.
Here, I've been working on this, and I don't think I would have ever really started my consulting business had my brother not pushed me. He was the one to push me to get started, because when I was in South Dakota and he came out there, he said, April, what do you want to do? What is it that you want to do? I said, well, I would love to start a surgical technology consulting business and do this, this, and this. And he was like, well, come on, let's start it. I was like, what? So he was the one that pushed me to do it, and then he
Mhm.
let me fly. Like, he's still a part of the company,
Right.
but he let me fly. And I did a little here, did a little there, and here I am. So, I didn't go around telling a lot of people. I didn't. So people now are really hearing about this business that's been in existence for a while, and I've been kind of working under the radar. So now it's like, wait a minute, you doing what? What is that? What?
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
think about it. It's like the celebs with their babies.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're not showing faces.
Oh,
Like the first time we saw Blue Ivy, what? She was like 4.
yeah. It
We
was a
still haven't
while.
really seen a real good picture of the twins yet. You know what I
Right.
mean? Rihanna's baby, one good time on a cover. Like that's about it. So when you think about your businesses, those are your babies. Those are things that you have to protect, whether
Right.
it's from people, whether it's from, naysayers, whether it's, just your own mental and your peace for what you're doing. Cause you're right. Like you
Right.
said, it's just all a distraction. Are you back with us?
This is insane. I am so sorry. I have no idea why this
You
connection is
are
so
okay. Look, you're in
horrible.
good company. It's happened to both of us.
Oh my
Absolutely. More
gosh.
times than we want to even discuss, to keep us from getting upset all over again.
Yes.
So, what pushes you to keep going every day? What drives you to keep going? What is it?
Make knowing that I'm making a difference in children's lives.
Hmm.
That's been like my, I guess my mission, I guess, to make a difference. Like I love kids. I never worked in a corporate world. Never had a desk job. I've always worked with children. I even worked, my grandmother had um, I guess you could say like a in-home personal care home for senior citizens. I used to help and work with her when she had her home um, in Hocassin, Delaware, and Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. So I don't know, just I'm on a mission to serve the community, to serve children, um,
Hmm.
just be a positive influence to somebody, to somebody out there, even adults like me, or women, whatever. I just I just keep moving. I just keep moving. Just trying
Have
to be.
have you ever thought about contracting? And I'm sitting here, and this actually dropped in my mind, and I don't know what it is, but I'm going to share it. Have you ever thought about contracting with child care centers, whether they're larger centers or home daycares, where they would have you come in at different times just to do what you do as far as that, and just contract out, not be permanent on their payroll, but just come in as a contractor, and you do arts and crafts stuff to have some big event set up for them, and then you boom go in and you make money from that contract and you move on. Like, I
Yeah,
just
it's a
thought,
preschool field day type of deal.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just saw that, and I don't know what that is, but stuff just don't come to me for no reason. So I had to share that. But I don't know. So you might want to look into that. Reaching out to the daycare centers or home daycares that are in your area with region, and contract, because you have the experience and you have the history with it. And a lot of daycare centers don't have designated people to do the arts and crafts stuff, so if you can contract with them and make it worth your while,
Right.
and you can go in, you know I don't know, set your schedule up however you want to do that, just for that portion, and boom, money, another side business.
Right.
Something to think about. I don't know. Hey, Smack, how are you? Darlena had to get off YouTube and go on Facebook. So now she's
She
on.
said, I'm back.
Hey, whatever works, you get on how you can. Oh, Leech, that she said to reach out to Leech. That would be great for disabled children. Oh my God.
No, I work right next door to Leach. I work at
Okay.
I work at Colwick.
Listen, I don't know. I just know what I saw, so I just gave that to you. So I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was like Dappy too, if you haven't already tapped into Dappy, because a lot of the Dappy daughters do have kids. Well, I was like, once they have their children and they're still in the classroom, they have, play areas and different things. So I know they have a location in Camden and they have one in Bear. So that is that's another place to look into as well. Yeah, Smack said lots of money for contracts in education.
Oh yeah. See, purpose for you to be on here. Look at that. Look at there. We're trying to keep you everywhere. You
Exactly. Look, you said warm season, so now we're about to heat it up for you. Okay.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Yes. We're going from
Look at
warm
me.
to straight blazing. That's what
Yes.
we do on this show.
we turn up the heat.
Oh yeah, we turned up here. We turned the heat up here. So we're at the end here. We're at our time, but what final words would you like to give to a female entrepreneur in any area? What words of wisdom could you give them?
So, like the title is, nothing beats a fail but a try. So you gotta try. You gotta try. If you don't know if it's gonna work or not, you gotta try. Put yourself out there. An idea is an idea, and we can come up with multiple ideas every single day throughout the day. You pick one, see which one is gonna work for you, and go from there. You gotta try.
Yeah. And I think the thing for you is that you chose something that was near and dear to you, something that excited you, something that drew you, something you were passionate about. And I think, in my opinion, that's where it starts. Like, what are you passionate about?
Right.
What do you think about? What do you focus on? What gets you excited? For you, it's children.
Yes.
And giving them a safe place to play, and letting them be creative and messy. Kids love to be messy. They love that. They're drawn to messes. So for them to be able to be messy but then create something that's theirs that they can be proud of, come on. Kids are gonna love that. But yeah, I like what you said, having that idea. Nothing beats a fail but a try. If you don't try it, how will you know? You can't predict unless you try it out to see. So
That's right.
I am so happy that you, even with all of the technical difficulties,
Exactly. You kept trying and you succeeded.
right. And it's so funny because you would drop some really good stuff and your signal would go out. And then you would come back and you give us something else, and then your signal would go out. Like, okay, if you got to give it to us in pieces, then give it to us.
We'll take doses of greatness. Amen.
Right. Exactly. We'll take it in pieces and we'll put it all together. It's still going to work. It's still going to work. Oh, you said that you love children. Oh, and that's what makes this so successful. Well, I definitely pray that your business expands. For those of you in her region or her area, you have need of her services. Now, what are the names of your Facebook pages so people can go and check you out?
Okay, so the soft play is Palace Playland soft play. So that's what they would type in.
Okay.
Pop for paparazzi, it is fit for royalty, $5 bling. And
Okay.
the t-shirts is for the love of D's tees.
And there you are. Oh, it was one more, right?
Oh yeah, the arts and crafts
Yeah.
is JJ Twins Creations.
AJ Twins Creations. Well, there you are. You have all avenues of how to get in contact with her. And Peach, who is behind the scenes, is getting all kinds of stuff that she wants for you to get involved in. She's telling it all. So, see, this is what we do here on House of Peach. We get people connected. We get them connected. We set them up. That's what it's all about. Smack wants to know what region you're in.
So I live in Delaware, so it's the Newcastle County.
Newcastle County. Smack knows all about that. She knows all about that area. Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to join us on this evening and sharing all of what you do. Nothing beats a fail but a try. I love it. I love it. So whatever else I'm deciding on doing, I'm going to try it and see. We'll see.
Absolutely.
I think I'm doing enough right now. And Morgan, you're doing enough too.
Yeah, Morgan is not adding anything else to her plate right now. Morgan
No,
is
I'm gonna make a
delegating. The art of delegation is where I'm at right now.
Hey, I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I have been told I need to. So I'm
Yes,
gathering my
and I've got
troops.
great notes for you, actually.
Oh.
Great notes. Yes, for this conference, actually, I went to last week. So, yes, we have to
Oh.
talk. Yes.
Absolutely. Oh, Corey said, I was listening attentively. Congrats. That's good stuff. Thank you. Yay. So glad you enjoyed it. Smack said we order shirts every year with ACLU. Make sure y'all drop her info. There you go. There you go.
Nice.
All right. Get ready to be busier. Hot. Like, steaming hot.
That's hot season.
Message Morgan like, what did you guys do to me? No, we just left you. What you talking about? Down your
Bring it
head.
on.
Oh, you feel it already?
Bring it on. It's hot. It's getting hot in here.
We love it.
I love it.
Well, guys, we thank you so much for being in attendance. That's right, Smack support Black-owned businesses. We support our own. Absolutely. Thank you guys for being on this evening. We apologize for technical difficulties, but even in the midst of that, the message still got across. I'm telling you, the nuggets Dorcia dropped were impactful and important. Made me think about some things. So y'all hit her up on her many businesses. She does quite a bit. Those of you in the Delaware area, in the Newcastle area, y'all know how to find her. Get her on there, and then your number one supporter, Darlena, is on here. She said, I'm a number one supporter. Don't you get it twisted. Thank you so much for being on. Y'all join us next week. We will be on the same time next week here with another wonderful, awesome female entrepreneur that's going to share some great insight and wisdom into what they do. And hopefully I will be in Texas. I have no clue. I don't know where I'll be next week. I'll probably, we'll see. I hope I'll be there.
Look, hopefully there will be another baby between now and Tuesday because they've got me on the edge of my seat. Okay.
Okay. You love those babies. See?
Yeah. I was like, they come in droves.
Oh, wow. Okay. Have at that. Good. I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
I'll usher them in, but that's where
that's all that you're doing. I get it. Hey, I'm good and done. All right, guys. So we're going to go for this evening. Have a good evening. We will see you all next week. Please share. Tell someone about this show. If you know female entrepreneurs that would love to be on here, we would love to have them. We would love to interview them. We would love to find out about all that they're doing and for them to drop some good gems on us, some good wisdom, just like Dorcia did on this evening. So until next time, y'all enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend, and we will be back.
Yes. Good
Next week.
night.
Good night. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so extra. Express myself, I'm next up. Yeah, what more do you say? Coming up. Yeah.